Welcome to pattern making class. I'm Annette Julie, and today we're working on our women's basic skirt draft. This is for a size 8 or a small, and please watch my last video so that you can understand all the measurements that we're going to use right now. So we've got some pattern making paper. I've got my clear 2x18" ruler, so you need a straight edge ruler. And you're going to need a curved ruler as well. Let's go ahead and start with drafting a hemline. You've got your pattern making paper or your butcher block paper. And there's our hem. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draft our side seam. Also, it's going to be our grain line for the moment until we change our grain line and put it into the pattern. Now we have our side seam. And I'm going to make a really short skirt block. I'm going to make it 18 inches long. So from my hem up to my hip line, I'm going to make that 9 inches. I'm going to bring this line out. So the piece of paper that I'm starting with is about at least 24 inches long, and it looks like around 26 inches wide. So start with some paper with those dimensions or larger. And I've drawn my hemline. This is going to be my hem. And my hip line. And then here, this is my grain line, but it is also going to be my side seam for now. And the grain line to start with, and we'll change that around. This is also going to be my front. And over here, we have the back. So hemline, hip line, side seam. And like I said, I'm going to make a short block because I can always make it longer. So the length on this is going to be 18 inches. Up here, this is going to be my waist. Hem, hip, waist. And I've made this 18 inches long. And you should do everything with pencil, but I'm working with a pen to show you this is going to be a permanent line, permanent. And I'm now going to draw off the center front and the center back. And you need to refer to your chart. So The center front and the center back, since this is our side seam here, they include the ease. And we're going to take our hip measurements to draft center front and center back. So our front hip, including ease, is 9.5 inches. So from my side seam out, I'm going to mark 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark it down here at my hem. And at my hip level. Let's go ahead and draw our center front. So this is now my center front. Let me bring the hip line out. And this is our hip level. Now I'm going to draw my center back, and my back was 9.5 plus 1/2 inch ease, so this is 10 inches. So from the side seam, and this is quarter measurements that we're working with. We'll make this draft and you double it and you have a whole outfit, a whole skirt block draft. So right now we're applying the 10 inches, and this is from our side seam out, and I did that on the hip, and let's also do this down here at the hem. Let's go ahead and draw our center back. And this right here is our center back, also known as CB. Here's our side seam, also known as SS, and here's our center front, also known as CF. That's looking really good, starting to shape up. Hem, hip, waist, center back, center front, side seam. Now we're ready to go ahead and draw some darts in. And I'm going to see you in the next video. This is Annette Julie.